Hey, we have a quiz today. But first, let's go over the homework. Greater than open circle, shaded to the right. Adding 4, we get less than or equal to 12. Shaded circle, because of the or equal, shade to the left. Subtracting 8, we get negative 6. It's open circle, because that's greater than, and it's greater than, so we shade to the right. Dividing by negative 3 here. Oh, we divided by a negative. That thing flippy flops. And 12 divided by negative 3 is negative 4, so open circle and shade to the right. Subtracting 5, we get negative 4n is greater than or equal to 28. We divide by negative 4. Again, the flippy floppy. 28 divided by negative 4 is negative 7. My graph is wrong. There, that's better. Less than or equal to, so shaded circle, shade to the left. And this last one, add 7, divide by 3. No dividing by negatives here, so no flippy flop, just less than or equal to 12. So shaded circle, shade to the left. Problem 2a. We subtract a from both sides. We divide both sides by b. We get c minus a over b. We're done. B, we subtract a from both sides. We're left with negative bn equals c minus a. Dividing by negative b, you get n equals c minus a over negative b. You can leave it like that, or you can multiply the top and the bottom by negative 1, and that gives you a much cleaner looking a minus c over positive b. Now in problem C, the best way to deal with this problem is to remember that we're taking stuff off in the opposite of the order of operations. This means add 5 and then divide by a, so let's get rid of the a first. Multiplying both sides by a, we get n plus 5 equals ba. And then we subtract 5 and we get ba minus 5. Here's problem D. Solving for n, the first thing we want to do is we got to get rid of the 3a, and then we want to get rid of the 4. 4 is connected with multiplication, so we get rid of it with division. That's the cleanest way to write that. We subtract a here, we get 3bn equals c minus a. This really messed with some. He's like, well, how do I do this? Well, the best way to do it is to divide by 3b. That's the quickest and easiest way to do it. You get c minus a over 3b, you're done. Here we add b to both sides. This is going to throw some people because you might have written c plus b. Please remember the commutative property of addition. B plus c and c plus b are the same thing. So I get na is less than or equal to b plus c or c plus b, whatever floats your boat. And then we divide by a. And we get n is less than or equal to b plus c over a. Again, c plus b over a is the same thing. Subtracting 6x, we get 3y is less than or equal to 12 minus 6x. Dividing by 3, 12 divided by 3 is 4, 6 divided by 3 is 2. At no point did we divide by a negative, so it's still less than or equal to, so solid line, shade underneath. We add 2x to both sides, we get that. We then divide by 4. 8 divided by 4 is 2. 2 divided by 4 is 1/2. It's greater than, not equal to, so dashed line. 2 plus 1/2 x looks like that, shade above it. Okay, so the solid line is 1/2 x minus 5, and the dashed line is 4 minus 2/3 x. Now, it says greater than this and less than that. So the shaded region is the only thing that's both greater than the bottom one and at the same time less than the other one. If it was or, everything would be shaded, but this little square out here, that little square out there wouldn't have any shading if it was an or. But it's not an or, it's an and, so both of these things need to be met. Number 6. All right, so we start by subtracting x from both sides. We get that. We then divide by 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. Negative x divided by 2 is negative 1/2 x. So there's my 3 minus 1/2 x, and it said greater than, so we shaded upward. In this problem, we subtract 6x from both sides. We get negative 2y is greater than 10 minus 6x. We then divide by negative 2, so the sign flippy flops. It says less than or equal to, and negative 5 plus 3x looks like that. Now, this is an or statement, so if it satisfies this or that, we're good. So we want to shade everything above this line, which is all of this, and we want to shade everything less than this line, which means everything underneath this line. So everything gets shaded except the stuff that's less than this line and more than that line. This is the no-go zone. So that was your homework. You have a quiz. We'll see you Thursday. Bye-bye.